fuck with pizza like that though.
Really?
I'm not really a
Yeah,
big
your
pizza
belly,
fan.
innit?
Huh?
Your belly.
No, I just...
Yeah, belly, innit? Too much cheese.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Too much
I
cheese
think
in your
too much,
belly.
you know, I think too much. I
Too
can
much
take
cheese.
like
You
a
know,
whole
you
of
suck it
slice,
down.
like a whole of young slice or two, you hear me? A young slice, a young
Like, yo,
slice.
just you want a slice?
But,
You
no,
got.
it depends on the
the
pizza
little one.
place. But I'm just not.
It
like,
depends on the
you know-
pizza base.
No, because some use different kind of cheese, innit? Some
you
are
say?
using
True.
the Edam. Some are using cheddar.
Nah,
I don't
it's
know.
Some use the
mozzarella.
vegan one.
Unless it's a 4 cheese.
Nah, I
like, it's
don't know.
only
different.
mozzarella,
It's
bro.
different, man.
Nobody puts cheddar on bro. Nobody. I ain't let you go to have that one.
You could do. I don't know what they be putting. It be looking different, man.
Looking different.
Boom. Okay, episode 60.
So different.
We
different
switch
start.
it. Well,
They're
we
switching
switch it up for the next 10. How about that?
All right.
6-1. You
All
get me?
right.
But we ain't gonna do
What?
8 because
Yeah.
we ain't out here for
We
snitches.
ain't like that. Yeah,
No, we ain't out
yeah.
here for snitches. I don't mind the other, but we ain't out here for snitches. Well, you gotta be careful.
Yeah.
you gotta be careful. That's all I'm saying. No, bro.
Can I just say, thank you, Alex. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Zud,
Petition.
for allowing
got
me
signed.
back into the
I was saying,
circle of trust.
man ain't been here since.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, just
Yeah.
put man on ice.
But-
just
but-
say, yo, you have to, just please. Like,
You
we
know
ain't
what?
even got started yet.
Man
and-
almost got off-commed.
Boy.
Email.
Yo, people, it's Watch It or Not.
TV.
I'm your host, Daniel Nero. I'm with my co-host.
I go by the name of Zoosh, a.k.a. Guyver.
And I go by the name of Drizzy Freckles, a.k.a. Denzel Washington's legitimate son.
Okay, cool, man. I like that one there.
So you're like Drizzy David.
Yeah.
Cool.
Drizzy David, I like that.
Drizzy David, DD.
Yeah.
People, make sure you like, subscribe, comment because we want to hear that sound.
Ta-ting.
Or,
Ta-tung.
and what is that based on, sir?
Basically, when you want to watch the show, when you want to get reminded, depending on what browser you're on, it will make different sounds, either ta-ting or ta-tung. You hear me? But just make sure you press that notification button,
Regardless.
no matter what sound it makes.
Yeah.
How about that?
Exactly,
Yeah.
regardless. Big up cameraman Alex. I
Done
remembered.
now. Each and every time in the
Come on,
building.
each and So, okay. Special one today for me.
Is it?
No, not really.
Oh.
Not really.
I was like, yo,
What's so
it's
special about
episode
this?
60.
I feel like he jumped an important part of the show.
He does
I always
it
be
regular,
doing
he
that,
does it
man. I'll be
regular.
going, like, I'll be
Yeah.
getting my zone. Like, I'll get there. You get me? I'm flowing.
Okay,
you get me?
all right,
I'm
sorry, let me
flowing.
not
You
prevent
get
you
me?
from flowing like water.
I'm flowing,
I
bro.
let him have his
Yeah.
moment
Yeah, you
sometime,
get me. I'm
you
just,
hear me?
I'm
Alright,
just
say no
flowing.
more,
Why
say
do you
no
take
more.
it for me? Just introduce yourself, please. Let us know what we're going on. What's happening? You take
Okay,
it over
well,
from
I'm
me.
just basically, I just remember that it's very important. It's imperative, by the way, to let the people know that if you're watching this show by yourself, then, you know,
It's boring.
it's boring. I
Dead
just
up.
wanted to relay that
It's
through 'cause
ridiculous.
It's important to let
Yeah,
you
it
know.
does.
that it's
Can't lie,
boring
we
to watch it
usually
by
do that at
yourself.
the end.
Is it?
But we say
Okay,
sometimes
my
we do it
bad.
early.
I haven't
Do
been there for a
sometimes do it
while.
early, but I'm not gonna have a man here stand here and say I missed something.
So I'm just happy to be back in the building. Sorry. Don't mind me, man.
That's awkward.
I'm going to do like a dog that's misbehaved, just looking in the corner like this. Sorry.
You put 1 foot wrong.
One more. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Now, Drizzy, introduce the show for us. Let us know what we got today.
Yeah, so on today's show, episode 60, we are going to be reviewing 2 bits of content that we watched. We are going to let you know about was it the sea silent? The silent sea?
The sea
The
silence.
sea silence.
Silent
The
sea.
silence of the sea. The sea talks a lot, though. The silence of the silent sea. And we're also going to cover Palmer, featuring Justin Trouser Snake. So, yeah, man. And then obviously we got your news to keep you in the loop of what's going on. You know how it is, man. Watch It or Not TV. Don't know the logo. Don't know the space.
Easy. So,
Okay.
we get into the
Before
news
we get into that, we're getting into the news section.
All right, so we got the news here for you. So first off, we're starting with everyone's favorite movie star, or easily for the cinema, which is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He recently announced that his production company, $7 Production, they're doing a It Takes Two movie. which is based on the game, which is killing it at the moment on PS5.
Oh, is it?
It won all the awards and all that
Oh,
stuff.
for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going to be doing a live action adaptation of that.
Nice.
By the time you see this episode, Stranger Things season 4. No, what am I talking about? Ozark. Sorry.
Oh, okay, Ozark.
Damn, I'm getting excited to myself. Yeah, Ozark Part 2, the finale will be out.
Trailer looks sick.
It does
looks sick,
indeed.
it looks sick.
Dark, right?
They got to end it with a bang.
Yeah. Someone for dead.
Wendy.
Everybody
Wendy
for
for
dead.
dead.
I
Someone
think
for dead. One of the kids.
Helen. I think Helen's
Bro.
going to get murked.
Bro,
Helen.
free-
Oh, the wife.
The wife.
3 people have to die.
Yeah.
Someone have for dead.
Kill off the cast.
Yeah.
whole
Someone
thing.
for dead.
The
Blow
whole
up the
thing.
house. Yeah.
Someone have for dead.
The whole shebang. We are officially under a week. We're literally days away from the release of Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness. I haven't watched any trailers. Have you watched any trailers? Nope.
Oh yeah, I did watch
Only
the
the
trailer
one.
actually.
The
I
one.
watched
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, that's good. Reports are saying that the surprises in this film may surpass Endgame and No Way Home.
Wow.
I don't know what that means.
They kind
but
of have to though. Has
It's
to.
a multiverse of madness. Anything's on the table.
We need Sam.
Yeah.
Sam. I feel they're gonna do Sam with Strange. Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam.
So we'll see. The official teaser trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder is out.
Meh.
Alright.
No.
Next.
Yeah.
Oh.
Violence.
Oh.
And one of our favorite long-standing streaming services, Netflix, officially had 54 billion worth of stock.
I mean, we've been talking about
We've been warning them.
Netflix for a minute, man. We was like, yo, holler us, man. We might can, yeah, man.
Let you
Now
know
they
how
go.
to-
Now they gonna need us.
Yeah,
now they
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Now we calling the shots. Now you get me. You should have hollered at us like last year when
right,
you was on top.
right.
I mean, you know,
But no,
yeah.
But Netflix, Netflix,
Like it's gone, you know. Like man said, it's like it's blockbusters already. Like they not exist.
Netflix. On that note, I just want to say you should have got it while it was free because yesterday's price is not today's price.
bitches. I'm trying to tell you.
And that's all we have for this week's Watch It or Not news. Check
Section,
back
section.
and section.
Lovely.
You
lovely.
really trying to?
Come on, man. Get with it, man.
Yeah, bro.
Come on, do it. I want to see you do it. Oh, I'll see you.
Otherwise, we're gonna get you a pair of glasses.
I ain't gonna do it.
Get loose.
I ain't gonna do
it. Get loose. I
Oh,
want
geez.
Zeus to be out one day just randomly in someone says news. There's a section.
It's like Neo in the Matrix dodging bullets. That'll be
Oh,
funny.
shit. All right, cool. Let's hit up the first review.
Of today,
Day.
Silent Sea.
Silent C.
That's the career.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah.
Okay.
We are moved different.
Hey, when the man was ready, you know, that was a job, you know.
We are moved different.
Say,
Team.
I said, sa, boom. You get
Can
me?
you see that?
Yeah, I can
Yo,
see that.
listen.
Yeah, I can see that.
Listen, let me tell you something. Yeah, I don't know if you know, but we're in new surroundings
Yeah.
and we're upgrading.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well.
Around here. Yeah? Listen, don't mess about, bro. Silent Sea 2021, Netflix. This came out. When did the Squid Game come out? Last year, right?
Yeah.
So this dropped out not too long after Squid Game. So I assume it must have been in production already because
To
there's
be
no
fair, I
way.
remember seeing the trailer when they before this come out. So I knew this was coming for a while.
Yeah, there's no way that that they saw Squid Game and then was like, okay, now we'll make this. They was definitely making this before. Fun fact. I was reading about this. Apparently, this is the first ever sci-fi space film out of Korea.
I thought so.
Yeah, apparently
Well, I thought so.
apparently they've never ever made one.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently this
I
is the
would have
first one.
thought that.
That's a good fun fact, man.
Yeah,
I would have thought
apparently,
that. I would have thought that. Yeah.
This one's directed by Choi Hong-yong. I ain't seen nothing from him before. No, never heard of
Name
him.
doesn't ring a bell.
Nah, I don't. You know when you hear something, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. Anyway, so anyway, the writer of this is Yoon Kyo Park.
From the ends. I know Donnie.
To be fair, I did know that name because they was co-writer of Madeo. You ever see Madeo?
No.
Mother. It's a Korean
Okay.
thriller. I'm just gonna be sad. Don't worry.
Hey.
The main guy in this is Gong Yu. Do
Yep.
you know where you know him from?
Yeah.
Where do you know him from?
He's Donnie that always is tricking people to go somewhere to end up dying, bro. I swear down. As soon as I saw it, I said, "Oh shit, here we go."
Bad news.
Bad news.
Mr. Bad News.
You know, like, he was in Squid Game recruiting people from the flipping train station. Now he's sending people to space. It's just like, what's wrong with this guy, man? It is him, right? You're talking about him, right? And not the other clown
What clown?
from Squid Game that was hotting up everybody.
No, not that one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm surprised you didn't get it.
It was from I Saw the Devil as well.
No.
Why did I think he was
The main guy, the main captain guy. No, I'm talking about it, tall guy.
tall guy?
Yeah, the main guy that was in it, the captain.
This guy needs glasses.
No, I'm just trying to think. Yeah,
It's
I
from
know who you're
it's
talking
from
about
Train
now.
to Busan. He's the main guy in that.
Oh, you know what? I didn't know where he was from, and I know
Yeah.
I seen his face.
He's the
It was
main
just one
guy.
of them ones I know I see his face, but
Yeah, so
yeah. I
um,
mean, let's get into it. I mean, it had nothing to do with having glasses, you get me? But we gonna get into this real good. So yeah. How about that? Let me sit the beep up, you hear me, car? You hear me?
few
Silent
more
C and
facts.
the bumbo.
You got Hyo Sun-tae, that's the guy you were saying from Squid Game, the prick, and he's also from what I believe to be one of the best series of 2021, Beyond Evil. He's from that as well, plays a big part. You've also got a massive South Korean actor in this who plays the doctor, the main doctor, the
girl,
female,
yeah.
Bae Doona.
She was in,
She's in so much.
but she was in that thing that we watched.
What thing?
Was she not in? And it weren't that great.
She's in...
The one where the demons come out. Was she not in that?
No, that wasn't her.
Okay.
We're gonna get to it because I know what you're gonna. I think I know what you're gonna say. Well, I think that does that kind of go with what you're gonna say.
Let's get into it. Now.
So she's from. If you haven't seen, she's from the Ring, the South Korean Ring.
Right.
They made
The
a
original,
remake.
yeah.
Yeah. So she's from Cloud Atlas. Ever seen Cloud Atlas?
Tom Hanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's
Halle
in that.
Berry.
How does it? Yep.
Yeah.
Sense 8. No Sense 8.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's on Netflix
I
at the
think I watched
moment.
the first episode of that, and that was it.
Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. That is the follow-on or follow before of Old Boy. That's the trilogy,
Scene. Okay.
the Sympathy trilogy.
To Old Boy.
There's 3 of them. They're not linked, but they're a trilogy.
What's
It's
the second one?
Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Sympathy for Lady Vengeance and Old Boy. They're 3 trilogy.
I had no idea that was.
Yep.
No idea.
And she's just landed. She's fresh off the pot, fresh off the press.
Okay.
She's just landed a role in Rebel Moon. Do you know the new one that Zack
Snyder's doing?
Schneider's new one?
Okay.
She's literally
Big.
landed a role in that, so you'll see her in that. Yeah, so she's
Catching checks.
massive when it
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
Going
to
back to
South
what man was
Korea.
saying about on the last episode with like the Korean films. And that
Yeah,
kind of
they're,
stuff.
like they're getting out.
Yeah.
They're getting out
They're
here.
active now. You hear me?
But yeah, all right. Who wants to start this one?
I mean, I feel like you should. You hear me?
Me.
Yeah.
All right.
This is
Cool.
This is your thing. You really trying to just turn us into, you hear me? You really trying to sell us these Korean shows now. So I feel like you should, you hear me? Head the,
Spearhead the.
yeah.
All right, cool.
Do that, man.
Basically, I've been wanting to watch this for time.
Synopsis.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
See, that's what I'm saying. I was trying to say what you started. You're not going to do the synopsis and you talk.
Yeah, no. But you know what I will say? I feel like man's been slacking
On the
with
synopsis.
the voices, man.
No, we have. Well, so
like-
how are we doing this one?
You know what I was going to say? I don't really care. Like who?
In Korean.
Well, I was going to say, I don't even care if it matches the film.
Well, you
no
just-
more.
just gotta
You
do
gotta
something.
So you got to come up with something. You hear me?
Interesting.
So I was actually thinking the total opposite of like a Korean.
What then?
I don't know what.
English?
I mean,
Jamaican.
yeah, I was more thinking like
A bunch of bomber clots I head up to the moon. Space. To space. With some magnum and some bullet cake. Fuckery happen.
yeah, let's go on the opposite side of the world, isn't it? So,
What's
like,
that then?
Yeah, well, West Indies would work. You hear me?
All right. During a perilous 24-hour mission on the moon, space explorers tried to retrieve samples from an abandoned research facility. Step on classified secrets.
Lot of mercy.
I remember the Bob Skang.
Yeah, that works.
I like that.
Yeah, okay, I like that idea. So if it's not gonna be related to it, we just do something.
It's gonna be something.
All right, cool. All right, am I still taking it?
Yeah, well, yeah, go on.
All right, give me the rock. Cool. I've been wanting to watch this one for time. Obviously, South Korean, you know how it goes. And I see my man from, I just told you, Train to Busan. And I see Baeduna. I was like, cool, because I seen her in Bear stuff. I was like, and I like the space thing. It's that boom, boom, boom. So, started this. I think I've started this about 7 times. Trying to get past the first episode. Literally, I couldn't. I started it and I was like, but then because we was doing it, I had to persevere. I mean, it's a job. I had to persevere.
You got a job to do.
I was like, all right, cool. Let me
people.
get,
especially when you assigned the mission.
Oh no, to be fair, I had tried, and then this was after I had got past the second that I had said to you, okay, let's watch this, because I would never have said to do this if I just watched the first episode, because it's dire. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like it weren't good. Not for me. I found it terribly boring. Terribly boring.
Word.
Yeah, terribly boring. So
but episode 2 changed that for you.
I thought that's when it things started kind of making sense to me. Look what he's doing. Look. See him.
Yeah, I can see him. I can see him.
Yawning.
I can see it for the
You just reminded me of episode 1. It's like, that was a snooze fest, actually.
That was boring.
Yeah.
So, persevere. Okay, I persevered to get to the second episode. From the second episode, things started coming together. I kind of understood where we was going. They had actually made it to space and we was there. And then you could understand that there was more to, which you knew what was going to come. There was more to the actual story than what was happening, because they had to go out there, grab some things, bring it back. So you knew something was going on, you get me? Yeah. And then they start finding things on the ship. And then there's questions about things that they're finding on the ship. I'm like, all right, cool, this, that, blah, blah, blah. But for me, I still didn't really get into it until there was an addition of something. Yeah. And then when that came in, I thought this was like dope. Like I thought when...
Was that episode 3?
I feel like it was 4.
I think it might be 4.
Like I think it might
3 or 4.
3.
I think you knew something was going on in 3, but I think 4 you saw what was going on.
Yeah.
So from there, I was like, right now the
here.
Korean is now we're getting Korean.
We're in full swing.
Now we're getting Korean because
there's a bit of a heaty start.
It's the same skank for like
I know. He's in that zone today.
Because we was in USA for those episodes, and now we're in Korea.
Right,
so I was like, cool. And then the story kind of flips again when you find out the severity of what was occurring out there. You understand what I'm saying? And when that story started to unfold, etc., I really enjoyed it. I was into it from then, but it was a hard
thing to get into.
It was a hard thing to get into. Like, this is, if you're just there thinking, oh, what can I watch quickly? This is a, even though I watched this in a day, you know, like I slapped this out in a day.
Oh, wow.
Like, because I persevered through the first 2. Yeah. And then when I got to 3, that's when it kind of wrote me, and I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, that's how it come about to me. Zush don't look like he agrees with me. I can't even lie.
I was excited to see this.
Yeah.
Like I was. And like when man said, like, this is the first sci-fi, Korean sci-fi, like I thought that. Yeah. And that's where the excitement came from. I was like, what we know of Korean stuff, I was like, yo, a sci-fi? Yo, this could be sick. And a series, that means they got enough time to draw out what they want to draw out. They're good with the storyline. So I was super excited to see this. You get me? It was hard. Yeah. It was hard watch. I agree. First episode, I didn't know what was going on. Second episode, I didn't know what was going on. Third episode, something happens at the end, which is why I think what we were talking about, happens. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah. Fourth episode, I didn't know what was going on. You hear me? Fifth episode, I didn't know what was going on. Sixth episode, I think was good. Sixth episode, and I think from there was cool until the end. So I'm just going to be honest with you. This was terrible for me. This was really bad. Like, I was so disappointed with this. It was so boring. Like, there wasn't enough suspense in it for me. I think that's what really killed it for me. I was expecting so much more suspense. Like, the scenes I got in episode 3 and episode 6, like, they could have came so much more earlier just to keep me intrigued. And there wasn't enough of that. There wasn't enough. When we finally got to some of the points that we got to, I was like, I just didn't get it. I just didn't really get it. Maybe I missed something. I feel like I missed something. I feel like I missed something, but I feel like it's not my fault that I missed something. It's not my fault. Like, they didn't do much for me to even want to look for something, if that makes sense. You get me? So it's like, cool, I can put my hand up and say, I feel like I've missed something, because like when I got to the end, I was just like, you hear me? And it was like, cool. But you lot didn't really give me much at all. Like I said, I was like, I just think it went on for so much longer than it needed to be. I think like if that was like a limited series for like 4 episodes, it might have banged. You hear me? Because then your episode 3 and things that happened in episode 6 would have just kind of all been crammed into one. I think maybe they had too much time. You hear me? Maybe this would have been a better film. You hear me? If you're going to go with a sci-fi, first up, maybe start with a little hour 45. You hear me? 2 hour tops. Like these episodes they range from about 38 to 40 odd.
Yeah, I think it's like average like 45 minutes.
Yeah, you hear me? So yeah, I think maybe it was too much. I think they had too much, and it just didn't bang for me at all, man. I was quite disappointed in this.
All right.
Scene. It's to your point. If this was 6 episodes,
well,
it would roll out. I think 4 might be a bit too short.
You could have sliced some things that was going on in there. Man.
I don't know, man. I was intrigued to watch. I like watching things with subtitles because I just think that's how it's meant to be watched. So I was like, watch it. I was like, watch it.
No.
Yeah, I ain't watched this on subtitles. I would have been vexed about what?
Yeah.
What?
He doesn't watch.
I'm not on it, bro. I'm not.
Nah, I just like
and
to watch
I don't
it.
Listen, I don't mind subtitles, but my man takes the piss with them. And had that been a subtitle, I would have been watching subtitles for the last month. Like, bro, it's like, allow me. You hear me? I hear that. So it's too much for me. I don't like the fact that, obviously I haven't explained to you, I don't like subtitles draw too much of my attention away.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I can't do nothing. I'm too plugged in. And like when it's like that, when it's a silent scene film like that.
Imagine watching something and paying attention.
No, but I'm a man like that where I might spark up, you hear me? My eyes, I need audio play, audio. You hear me? Yeah. I'm about to be eating the food, head down for a split second, and it's like, I just don't like subtitles because I feel like it's just. But I say that to say, I was thinking about this the other day. 2 of my favorite films are subtitled though.
What's favorite films?
City of Gods and Apocalypto.
Apocalypto is a fucking brilliant film.
Bad boy film.
So City of God, but Apocalypto is fucking fire.
Interesting.
But I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, but you know, I don't. He makes it out like I hate subtitles.
And I feel like I don't even think there's an English version of.
I'm glad though. That would ruin that. There ain't even much talking in it anyway. So there ain't even much needed. Yeah,
no, not really.
You hear me?
But, I hear you. Sorry, I just want to consume it how the content creator wanted to provide it. Do you know what I mean?
So, did I make it better for you? Did I make that experience better for you? Did I make the experience better for you?
Yeah, because imagine watching that without the subtitles and someone with a
I would have been
Cockney accent comes in
if I watched this. Cockney accent.
Hey, Captain.
Hold on, wait. What DVD
Hey, Captain.
Captain. We're gonna go up the apples and pears to get the man. So I felt they dragged out. There was a certain thing that they were sent on a mission to retrieve. Yeah. I felt they dragged that out a bit too long at times, and it just I'm glad the extra component came in when it came in, because I was like, I'm getting to a point where it's like, I'm only watching this because we're gonna review it.
Yeah,
but I like watching something that I'm reviewing, but I'm enjoying it at the same time. And when that extra component came in towards the end of the episode 3, like 2 things kind of happened where it was like, I think someone did something to someone, and then that thing was there, and then that. So it's like 2 things happened.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I'm saying. That's
like
where my back was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I can see something. You hear me? It was suspense. That's when suspense started. You hear me?
So I like the backstory they showed in between what was going on, but then there's some things I just didn't.
Oh, by the way, I got that. You see that the backstory and how it ended. Like, I got that. That's what I'm saying. So maybe I didn't miss now. Maybe it's just whack. But anyway, go on.
But yeah, it was just weird that this thing was making them do a certain thing once they come in contact with it. But that's what they're trying to retrieve. To like,
it was like, bro, that's what I'm saying. I didn't really know what was going on. I feel like that's the bit I missed. I feel like I didn't really get what they were trying to retrieve, what they was retrieving, what happens when, you hear me, when in contact.
Because a lot of something was being wasted, which they were initially trying to.
Yeah.
And I think the opening scenes of the first episode kind of hit a little bit too close to home for me, because like, yo, only 60% of this is now around. I was like, God damn, I hope we never, ever have to experience that.
Yeah. I mean, it's coming. It's coming. David Attenborough's been saying it.
Bro, shout out to Dave.
That big Dave.
Yeah.
Honorary black card.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like it ended in a way they potentially want to do a second season.
Is it?
Yeah,
I felt that way.
Surely they must be trying to do a second season with how it ended. It can't just end like that.
Yeah.
So many fucking questions.
Not enough answers.
Yeah,
I'm not here for the second. I'm not here for the
You're not here.
I'm
here for the second season, man.
I'm definitely
here for the second season.
If that added component they added in to keep our interest locked in.
But now, nah, I'm not here for the second. Not at all. The film was I got why it was moody, but it was too moody.
Okay.
Like, it was too.
What's moody? What do you mean moody?
Like, the film was too on a downer. Like, every character just. I didn't think there was much difference in the characters. Every character was kind of on the same.
What do you
There was
mean
like the same template of like
the same
they were all
tone.
just like
there was
there wasn't a class. No, you don't have to be a class clown.
Yeah.
But there wasn't someone just to kind of like, all right, we're here for an important mission, but look at this place we're in. It's like, I feel like Luke Skywalker in Star Wars.
There was a guy like that though. There was the guy's friend, the one. There was a guy, his friend, and he was always the Joker, and he had the sweets.
I know you're talking
Oh yeah,
He was like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just didn't like the film, innit?
I didn't. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't
making
like
stuff
it,
up.
man.
There was no joke.
I didn't say that. He said that. I just say that. It's like, how you put that on me?
What I just
You said
noticed
everyone's
is
the same, huh?
Yeah,
the release date, Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it come out Christmas Eve. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if I'd want to watch that Christmas Eve.
yeah, that's not Christmas. I mean, that's when I tried to watch it.
Oh my god!
That's when I tried watching. I was like, nah, this ain't no festivities up in here.
This didn't bang. This weren't one of the ones. And especially with who they had in it, where it's coming from, and the concept. Like, I was very disappointed. I think that's probably my biggest disappointment. It could have been like, this is supposed to be. This should set the tone for like a sci-fi thing. You hear me? And it didn't. Like, someone could easily come and crumble this, and you'll forget about this. You hear me?
For me, I think the story, like the backstory and what was occurring and how they got here, I really like that. I think that was dope. Like, and that's something. Again, that's something I don't think you would see. Well, you might see it, but you wouldn't see it how you saw it. As in, like, if you was watching like American TV, if you get what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, but I didn't get that from this. I didn't get that. I wouldn't get this from anywhere else, sort of vibe, like I normally get. Like, I didn't get that from this.
Even the parts when they was explaining what they was doing.
Bro.
So you didn't watch the...
I just didn't like it, bro. No, I didn't get that. I didn't get it. You could say it in your career. I didn't.
All right, cool. Let's move to whether it's I watch it or not.
No.
Raw. I didn't even say you go first.
Don't go. It doesn't matter. I'm just jump out the gates. Don't watch this foolishness. You hear me? It's not all that. You hear me? If you're new to the whole, you've been watching the show for a minute and you'll be like, you know what? Let me try one of these Korean shows and whatever. Not. Don't start with this, bro.
I would agree with that. This isn't something that you start with.
Yeah.
But
once you've gone through what you've gone through, once you've seen I Saw the Devils and the Old Boys and whatever not, you'll be disappointed with this.
But they're all movies though.
They're
all movies. They're not series.
Alice in Borderland, Squid Game, Beyond Evil. I saw 2 episodes of that. It was still a better start than this. What was the one that we saw with the demons that came out of the ground?
That was shit. What
was that called?
Hellbound. Don't you dare.
It had me more intrigued than this.
Fucking hell.
Fuck off. It had man more intrigued than this.
Fuck Hellbound. That ended way worse than this.
I can't remember what we said about the ending. So let me hold my
dead.
I'm going to watch back.
Dead.
Not by myself neither, because that's boring, but I'm going to watch it back. I'm going to see.
Watch it or not?
I mean, if you start from episode 3,
look, this ain't no, bro. It's all everything.
You know what? It's
it's enough.
Sorry.
Yeah. Come on.
If it wasn't a part of my due diligence and duty to,
you not watching this bullshit.
I would. Well, first of all, you know what Netflix are like, they just dump stuff and you got to play Where's Wally with good content. But
but this one.
Look, I mean, look at that poster. From that, you be like, okay, I'm all over that.
This is about to be.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
It's not that. It's not it.
Sorry, I'm gonna.
What about over there? What's it like over there?
Let's watch it.
You're just.
Let's
watch it. Ain't no watch it. I'm tired of you sitting here lying to the people.
I liked it. Even at the end, I was like, yeah,
it's not a watch it.
It is a watch it.
It's not a watch it.
How could you? Who are you to tell me what's a watch it? What's a? You ain't got. You can't tell me that.
You're gonna go and tell people to go and watch this. Go sit down and watch.
100%. Yeah. I think I liked it. I liked the story. I thought it was cool, and you know what? I go far as to say I'm excited for the second season. I'm excited for the second season.
You know what's crazy? I said no, but if they announce season 2, I will watch it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will watch it just because of the way it ended.
Hold on, wait. What happened at the end? Did I miss something?
You must have.
Like, when they step outside and you get me all that. Like, what?
Yeah.
How did that get man excited for a season 2, bro?
It's a whole new world.
Well,
get out of here, bro.
That's a completely different scenario now.
Bro. Get out of here.
Like, how did we get here?
Die up there. Die. You hear me?
Next review.
Wow.
Palmer.
Like Palmer.
Jesus.
Easy. Yo. Y'all move swift. Y'all move.
Yo. Big up cameraman Alex.
Cameraman Alex is
Alex is
out
moving like Tarantino and stuff, man. Like John Williams is making master.
Hey, y'all move different.
Yeah,
y'all move
different now. Yeah. Palmer.
Yeah, me.
Right. Justin Timberlake.
Justin. Sorry.
Okay.
That's like I'm a big fan of it. I mean, Justified, the album, bang though.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, no,
fire.
Bang.
That's a classic.
Apple movies. Apple original.
Yeah.
2021.
Out here still doing bits.
Directed by Fisher Stevens.
Yeah.
He's usually more into documentaries.
You know what?
But he's.
Yeah. And you know what? When I saw his face, like when I was looking at the film on Boom Boom Boom, I saw his face that dropped under the car. So I was like, I don't remember seeing him in the. You hear me? But then I clocked.
I was like, raw, okay, cool. He's done a few things as well, but more documentaries. But the one film that he's done that we'll probably know is Stand Up Guys. You seen that with Al Pacino and Christopher Walken? No. When they're like old school gangsters and then they decide, right, we're gonna do one more thing.
Oh, I think I remember when I don't think I watched it though.
Oh, is it?
I don't think I watched. I think I remember when that dropped, but I don't think I watched it.
Yeah. So that's the movie that I know that he's directed.
Okay.
But so you got the writer in this is Cheryl Guerrero. She ain't done much. She done something called Hunting Season, which did not do too well. She wrote something called Hunting Season, which didn't do too well. Obviously in this you got Justin Timberlake, who I think could be one of the most underrated actors out there.
He's serviceable,
bruv.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Let's touch that for a minute because I was thinking that he's definitely what films was he in that was decent? I liked him in
Friends with
Social
Benefits.
Network.
Oh yeah, I think that's his coming out party.
Yeah,
that movie.
and On Time.
In Time,
In Time,
bro. And
In Time is an underrated
on top
film.
of me thinking he being one of the most underrated actors, I think In Time is one of the most underrated films as well.
In Time was a dope film.
I
In
watched
Time
that,
was a dope film.
I finished that. I was like, fucking hell. Then when I'm looking at reviews and shit, I'm like, what? Did we watch the same movie?
No, In Time was a sick
In
film.
Time was sick.
It was a sick concept, sick film.
Sick concept,
And they pulled it
sick
off.
film,
Yeah,
bruv.
yeah.
Like, and he was dope in it. Like, big
But
film,
other than those two, I couldn't really think what
Friends with Benefits. Have you seen that?
I have, but
I think
he's good at this.
in
What I'm
that,
saying,
man.
but I think like I don't know. Maybe sometimes artists, singers, and this that like they don't really transition too tough.
Yeah.
He's still a singer. He's still a writer. Like he's still that's his passion. Maybe
So you
I don't
think?
know.
So you think if he made the full
I think
transition,
he'd be dope, bruv. Like he's got range on him. Like range
yeah.
on him. Range on him than most people out there that are huge actors.
I'd
Range.
I'd say who else is in that bracket as well? Or maybe it's just slightly better than him. Common.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
Common,
100%.
I think Common's in that bracket
Yeah,
as
Big
well.
actors as well.
Common.
Like,
Considering,
and he's probably similar. He's probably similar in the sense that he's an artist, so he's still on that side. You get
Common's
me?
done one or two more bits though.
Yeah,
He's got a lot more acting.
but he's made a smooth transition,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Alicia Wainwright,
Yeah, Raising Dion.
Raising Dion. That's the.
Yeah. I like that, man. It's a good little show, man.
That's all right, man. I've seen
good
the
little
first
family
season.
show, you know?
I've seen the first season. I haven't seen.
Yeah, I haven't watched the second season either, actually.
I haven't seen
But
the
I've
second
first
season.
one. First one was decent.
And then the boy in this
Yeah.
is called Ryder Allen. And would you believe that this is his first
Yeah,
ever
I see that.
ever feature
I
film?
see that. Because I was trying to find, I wanted to watch an interview of him talking about the part.
Yeah.
And then when I was doing research, I realized like he might be too young for them to interview that
For that-
conversation. Because
yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
find anything.
Yeah.
And then when I saw little bits of him, I thought, I'm probably not going to find what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Nah, I think there was a clip with him and JT and someone else there, but it was I know because I was on the same thing as I was like, yo, how do you?
Yeah.
But I thought when you see him, like he's proper young.
Yeah,
He's
he's 7.
Yeah,
in this.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
7
yeah.
years old.
And his sister's in.
Yeah,
his sister acts as
Yeah,
well.
I was about to get there. Yeah, his sister acts as well.
I saw that. Yeah, his sister was. I didn't know what she was in though, but I saw that.
I can't remember. She was in something. What was the SWAT? Is it SWAT with David Baranis with the Angel?
Something like
Angel.
yeah.
You remember
yeah.
Angel?
Yeah.
David Baranis.
Yeah. He's in Bones as well, right?
Yeah, he's in some
yeah.
movie with like, and I think he's like a SWAT man or something. She had a role in that.
Okay, I think I remember the cover weirdly.
Yeah. Because he's like this. He's like this on the cover.
I remember the
That's
cover.
why I was like, yeah. And obviously Juno Temple, who plays Ryder's mum. in
Okay,
this.
I don't know.
Really?
I didn't recognize him. No.
Fucking Atonement. She's from
Okay.
Killer Joe with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, big.
Seen that.
Can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Yeah, I
now.
didn't recognize.
But yeah, she's massive.
Did you recognize the guy
Which guy?
that was her partner, her estranged
No, I
partner?
didn't. Who was?
He
I
was
feel
in
like I
Oz.
did the one with the mullet.
Yeah, he was in Oz.
I feel like I recognized his face, but
He's
I
been
couldn't
a couple
put it to
things.
sound.
He was in John Wick. Remember
Was he?
the first John Wick? He was the guy. He was Lily Allen's brother's. The guy
Alfie
playing
Allen.
her father, his father.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
He was like his number 2.
Oh, okay.
The
okay.
father was already like, so what should I do? And he goes, hey boss, it's John Wick, man.
It's John Wick.
Yeah, he was in
Okay,
that. Like he's
okay.
been a couple things.
All
He's
right,
one of
cool.
them serviceable actors you just
Yeah.
put in.
Yeah,
and he does
yeah,
the
yeah.
job. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
That's
Yeah.
what he needs to get off.
Do you know who I always think of when you say stuff like that is I can't remember his name. That's how bad it is. But it's the black guy who's in everything. Is that? Yeah, I think that's his name. He was in Spider-Man as well.
Yeah,
I literally
yeah,
just-
saw him in Law and Order the other day.
He's just there. You know when you need like a 7 out of 10 performance, just like
Wasn't he? He was in Snowfall, no?
He did it. Yeah, I think so. I think he had a cameo part.
He might have been,
early.
yeah.
When
Early
Frankie's
doors.
uncle's like, let me bring you to someone who kind of knows the runnings
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and he was like,
Oh, yeah. I
he
think
was, he had like he owned like a laundromat.
But he's
Oh,
been in
maybe,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah, he's in
He's
everything.
been in everything, but had a headlining role.
yeah.
But I think life for me, I think life is probably his best.
That was he's good.
He's good in that.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that to him, man. He even speak, bro.
That's
but
why
he
he
was
was so
sick
good.
though.
No,
He
but
was sick in that.
I've seen him in films where I was impressed. I'm not gonna say
Alright,
that was his
okay,
best
alright,
one.
okay.
Yeah,
Thumping the. Yeah. All right. Cool. Should I start or none of you want to go? Palmer.
Go on, just.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a very telegraphed movie. as in you could see where this was going.
Definitely.
From the get-go.
From the get-go.
From the get-go, yeah.
Like from times...
From the opening, I think within the first 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. It's like, all right, this person's coming back from this holiday.
Oh, we didn't do the synopsis.
Oh, sorry. Good.
Because it says that in the synopsis.
Flowing like water from the silent sea. That's a knock-on effect. It's everything will flow. Yeah.
See what you did there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here all week, guys. I'm here all week.
Do it like a redneck.
Boy?
Yeah, boy. You're not from around here, boy.
You're not from around here.
You're not from
You're
around
from
here,
these
boy.
parts,
We don't
boy.
serve your folk over here, boy.
I just spoke to the janitor. How you wanted to speak to the janitor.
That's a shout. That's a shout.
Like he wanted to say something. He wanted to get something.
The guy at the bar,
so bad, but
it was coming. You could see the words coming out of his mouth, but he just didn't say it. And I was like, say it then.
Yeah, God, say it, bitch.
I wish a motherfucker would.
Say it, motherfucker.
all right. An ex-convict strikes up a friendship with a boy with a troubled home from a troubled home.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, all right, cool. Yeah, it's about right, to be fair.
To be fair. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, carry
But
on.
like we said, you get it in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I thought I got it in the first 2 minutes because I had seen the trailer. And I was almost disappointed that I saw the trailer. I was like, oh. But then I was like, nah, you get it in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, when he sent me what to watch, I was like, all right, cool. So when I'm told to watch something, I don't watch the trailer. I just go straight in. And I think that maybe helped me with this film. Even though it was very telegraphic, like you could point by point to see how this is all gonna map out.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it. I will say I did enjoy it. Even though I could see where it was going, but it had a few little chinks in the road, which kind of threw you off a bit. You know, like when a certain person moves on in life, and then you're like, oh snap! So
Okay. Because for a minute I was like, yeah, it had no chinks. But
no. For me, I thought that was a bit of a chink. The fact that
I didn't expect that.
That happened,
just
and
like that
on him.
I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect that either.
No.
That hit me by surprise.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes you got to listen to your elders, and if they say to you, "That's trouble. Don't touch the stove. Your hand might burn." Trust me, don't do it, man. Because when he ended up doing what he did the night before and then the morning after, the look them two gave him when they saw him come out of the trailer, I was like, oh, if the Walk of Shame had a face, it's you two there.
Yeah.
That was funny. Even the you was like,
Palmer?
You know, it was funny, because I wasn't even sure if that's who he drew. And
Me neither,
like,
until the end.
Yeah.
I didn't call that until the end.
I was like, that was...
When she said it,
random.
I was like, raw.
Oh, no, I realized before then.
I didn't know.
I just didn't realize at the time.
Okay.
It was only when he stepped out and I was like, oh, is that who he drew?
that is such a played out scenario where there's a lone he or she at the bar.
Yeah.
The stranger comes along. Hey, I ain't seen you around here
Everything
before.
was
hey, handsome.
Yeah, what's your plans for the rest of the night? And it cuts to someone's up in the air getting wooded. Yeah.
I was like, you have been in prison, huh?
It's like, and I ain't had sex for 12 years.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
You don't like women? Fine. We want girls? Cool. Oh, this is what's happening. It was just so like...
You know what? As you say that and we say that, they could have done a bit more with that synopsis.
Yeah, definitely.
Like they'd even... Because I'm sure I've read in a synopsis, not that one, but like he was in jail for 12 years, he comes out, boom, boom, boom. They could have done a bit more with that, but let's...
But also... The bar scene, like my bar for the bar scene now relates back to in the Adam Project with Ryan Reynolds and
okay,
Mum. For me, that so far this year, that's the bar for bar scenes. It's like that's the bar.
Yeah.
So that was cool. It was so obvious the whole, can I have this? And he's like, no, not yet. You're not at that level yet. And then in the movie, he's like, I've got something for you.
Bro,
everything.
Get
out of here, man.
You know what this was like? You know when you jump online, right? And like you want to write a business plan, and you got the template, and you're just filling in. Like they've got the questions or whatever for you. All you have to do is replace it with your information. That was what this film was a bit like.
It was very safe. Like it played it very safe. It stuck to all the rules. It stuck to all the beats of a movie that you have to hit. Oh, we got to be upset this time.
Which was very interesting given the wild card.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I thought that would have been the reason why it wouldn't have been safe. But I mean, smartly for them, if that was their approach, they managed to touch on a subject matter.
They kept at it. It not because at one point I was like, all right, he's probably gonna try and switch up what was happening.
But they didn't.
And he just kept with it. I was like, that's one of my chinks, is that he never tried to change.
But is that what they were going for? Was it a safe film? Because it was like they ticked all the boxes. They ticked the boxes.
Yeah.
And they tick boxes that people haven't ticked before, which is a dangerous box to tick if you don't get it right. Yeah. But they did it because they never really.
To be fair, I say it was safe, but as you said that, it wasn't a safe film, but it was though.
Everything that was safe.
They could have, but they could have.
They could have flipped
that bit. Should have made you wanted to jump in the screen, and move mad. Yeah.
Hold on, what bit? Well, without saying, where are we in the film?
The bit where the boy comes home crying.
Okay, cool, yeah.
That bit should have. I didn't feel that bit, and you needed to, because that was kind of like that kind of like twisted the cap on. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
I really think they introduced that bit wrong because of who you thought it was. Like, who you thought it was, who he thought it was, and boom, boom, boom. Yeah. I think they weirdly introduced it, and then when you find it wasn't, it was like, okay, cool, shit, it wasn't them, but you already... Like, it was weird. I think they introduced that wrong. I get what you're saying. I think they introduced it wrong. I feel like... it didn't hit properly, because even when he was like, oh, it wasn't kids. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. That needed to hit. You get me? When you found out and when you worked out that situation, that needed to clap you. Do you know what I mean? Like, no way. No way. Do you know what I'm saying? And you know why that didn't hit as well? Again, because I read a synopsis and it wasn't that. And it explained that he gets dragged back in by his previous life. Okay. So for a portion of the film, I was trying to work out...
Where does this come from? Yeah.
When that happened, it was a bit like, cool. So it didn't... It hit even less because of that. You get me? Go on.
Shout out Ryder Allen though for his acting. Yeah. Because
that's why I really wanted...
Yeah, he was good.
It's a weird one.
He was good. Like, he played that role. Maybe to perfection. Yeah. Because there was a point until I started researching him. Yeah, I was still.
This is why I wanted to watch the interview.
I was still.
Like, I was. Let me choose my words carefully. Yeah. But I was like, my question was answered when I finally saw, like, the interview with him and Justin Timberlake, like, they were going back and forth. Like, even just hearing him, you get me, speak, the cadence, boom, boom, boom. I was like, all right, cool, boom. Great acting, you get me? It's like, boom. But I just needed, because it was so on point, I was like, okay, you know what it was like?
Maybe this is you.
Should I tell you? All right, this is perfect. You know why I really wanted to watch the interview? It's the same conversation that we have when we talk about, would you let your child like act in a horror movie or whatever, or something like that? It's just, I don't even know if that was a better explanation, but it's like, I know what you mean. It's stepping into a world and a field that's not, and
at 7,
that's what I'm saying.
At that age, you know what kids are like. At that age,
7,
exactly.
He could in real time experience what was shown in the movie.
So exactly.
There was a part in this that really I thought was like dope. Yeah, and it was the part where he's watching the TV show that he loves. And Justin says to him, do you see any boys on the show? And then he goes, no. And he goes, what do you think that says to you? And he goes, like, I could be the first. I was like,
you know what?
But that's what I'm saying.
I was like, yeah.
It was kind of lit in the way that's what I'm saying. They touched.
But not. It needed to go. You needed to lift up the manhole and dive in.
But did they? If that's not what they were trying to do,
they didn't. They didn't. It was really too surface level. I feel like this was like, I don't know. I feel like this is something that someone who is a little scared of backlash would make.
But
then why would you step into that realm if you are?
Because to hit a demo, to hit a story.
So did they do job then?
No, because They did, but they didn't. It wasn't enough.
They could have hit.
Say that.
I understand
enough.
what Dan's saying. It
wasn't
felt
enough.
like this was their first movie they're making, and it's something close to home, and they want to do a movie based on that. but then it's like they don't want to kill their career from their first movie.
I don't think.
But let's keep it one of that. Yeah, but they could have ticked that genre of boxes without ticking that box. That's a risky box. You know?
I think
they went all the way with that box.
I think that they didn't display the life or the behavior of someone of what they would receive.
But could
real life. Like if that was in real life, a 7-year-old child like that, I feel there would have been a lot more happening than what we saw. Yeah. A lot more happening than what we saw. And that's where I feel they let down. I feel like they should have really, really made the environment hostile. But do you know what I'm saying?
I get what man's saying. What do we know the ratings of this film? Well,
they're quite good. I think there was
sorry, not the ratings.
with 15. I'm not too sure, you know,
because I feel like that would have a part to play. Because I get what man's saying, but I feel like that's if they were gonna make it directed towards adults. I feel like this is a film that you can actually probably watch as a family, depending on the age groups of the children. And I feel like that's what they more tried to attack. You get me? I feel like they weirdly went with a Disney drama approach.
It says Palmer is rated R for language, nudity, and some violence, and is not kid friendly.
So R-rated.
R-rated, yeah. I was thinking that. But
so is that 18 or 15?
Yeah,
that's 18.
That's at the end.
Can't be at 18.
That's right at the end.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it is over there. The
US was R-rated.
Yeah, because they rated Batman. What's it over here? Like you had to be.
Yeah, bro.
18 off, or was it 15?
Well, that's interesting. And that goes against what I'm thinking and what I'm saying. Because I would have thought this
wow,
felt like
nobody under 17 is allowed to watch. So yeah, it's an 18.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's an 18.
That's interesting.
I think that
then
has to
I
be...
go on what you. Then I'm gonna go with you.
Yeah,
what you're saying.
because if this, I would have thought this. I would have thought this was like a 12.
That's what I'm saying.
What's the one where you, a 12A where you can go if you go with your adult.
You can watch this at least with your young teenager, 13, 14. It will be like a good introduction in the way of like even breaking the ice of a conversation if you're in a situation.
This is how certain things are won. Get me?
And then because that's a good conversation to have.
If this is an 18, I'm 100% behind. Like this should have been wild. Like this should have been wild.
They could have went deep with this then.
That point you raised, right? And thinking about it, you're right, because like I felt like it was very calm in the classroom considering how he was. There was only that one youth.
He was wilding.
That was wilding towards him.
He wild at the church. I was like, yo.
Do you remember when Palmer saw what was happening on the playground?
Yeah. I thought that wasn't
he goes, hey, do you ever? Like I won't say what
I thought that was gonna be an issue.
Me as well. And it should have been.
Yeah,
it should have been. He definitely went home and told his mum.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that happened.
And I think that's why what happened, happened, but they didn't really break that down properly or whatever not. Yeah, I agree. They played it a bit too safe.
What's his name? What's the kid's name again?
Ryder.
All I thought of was Ryder. His quips were like
he was.
He didn't let you.
Ryder Allen.
I like the part. This was the part you said about watching the TV.
Yeah.
The part that had that same effect on
the
me
bath.
was when that was a good part though.
When in the car.
No, when there's a few parts
actually. There's a few parts.
I got a part afterwards. I want to choose a part.
When they was having dinner, and Grandma said.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Run it back.
Yes.
Run it back.
Yeah, that was
and
a
he
part.
Was like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, run it back.
Yeah.
And then I think it was the next line.
He
was like, Mrs.
Yeah.
I think you and I was like,
Yeah.
But he reminds me of Donnie from the Adam Project. I hope Hollywood puts them two together in a film. I don't know what film it's going to be.
Walker Scobell.
Yeah, them two have to do a film together because they was like that, man.
You know what? Because I was going to mention that. You know when they're in the car and
she's talking.
Yeah, and she's telling him, and he's like, "But it's like, but I
close my ears.
Yeah, But I thought the relationship between the Gran and
Him,
and Sam was good. It was funny. It was really funny.
It was good.
They had with that. It was funny.
He was like an old man in a kid's body.
Yeah.
Like his quips and the way he would speak to her, and he's like, "Oh, you want me to do that?" And yeah, it was. He liked cookies, boy. My God,
This boy looked like Cookie
Woo!
Boy.
So I wanted to ask something. Yeah, me. Let's just walk the fine line real quick. Yeah, me. Yeah, me. You know, we still young, so we can touch these. Yeah, me. We can be a bit risky. A bit risky.
More risky than Palmer. The movie.
I mean,
Sorry, hold on. Hold your train of thought 1 second. How obvious was it? Teacher.
oh
and-
yeah.
That's
That's what I'm saying. Everything was a
come on.
filling. Everything was a filling.
She fired though.
Yeah.
She fired though.
Teach me.
Do you know what Vav, they was sit when she was like, when man was coming in. You know them bait ones? It was like, yeah, he's down. She said, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You tired?
And he was like, thankfully, he didn't delay. Like, he was
It's
like, no,
So, you tired?
no.
Like, all right.
It was
Getting dick tonight. R.I.P. them.
Them draws coming out.
Yeah.
Draws.
What was what was you saying?
I was
Risque.
going to say, is this a challenging situation? Was it a challenging situation for old Palmer? Like what he was left to do
Yeah,
and
of
handle.
course, man. It's fucking difficult, bro.
Yeah. And then when he got the news of,
But
when
I'm,
he
all
made
right,
the call-
wait. I'm not talking about the situation of what happened and what he's left with. I meant his relationship with the boy and how, the boy was...
Bro, that could have
whatever.
easily looked
Yeah,
like a
that.
little grooming kind of situation.
No, I'm not
and-
even talking about that. I'm talking about him being fresh out and probably, like he was in for 12 years. The world's changed in 12 years. And that was what was interesting for me because I can imagine you being gone for like 12 years and you coming out and it's 2022 and whatever's happening now wasn't happening 12 years ago. And like what we're privy to, how people are is different. And I'm saying like that was a super challenging...
Yeah, but he was struggling. He was struggling right up until...
And you knew he wasn't even really on it at the start.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you could tell he had a good
But
heart.
I guess I'm trying to find the question is, was it understandable that he was the way he was going into it like that?
Yeah,
I think
of
the
course.
situation,
Especially
or
fresh
should he
out.
have been super open from the get-go?
Nah,
I think I shot him some bell with the 12 years,
I think
being
most
inside for
man-
12 years.
I think most man would find it difficult to be like, okay, you probably get used to it and especially as well because he was very charismatic. That boy, he was mad
He wasn't
lovable.
shy. He wasn't shy. And
He
like,
was mad lovable,
Yeah.
and you know what?
I think that made it better.
Do you know what it is?
made
Yeah,
it
do you know
better.
what it is? Yeah, you see some people. Yeah, oh, shit, I don't even know. Fucking, you know, like,
Risky.
you know, like,
Jump in all the way in.
hold on. You know, like,
That double touch on the road.
Yeah, that's
Find your timing, man.
dance like Chris Brown, boy, and Usher in the verses.
you know, like when people in that type of world,
Yeah.
sometimes they don't drop all the way in because they're nervous or whatever, and they don't know how they're gonna be taken and this that. So
Yeah.
they're a little. What's the word? They're a little shook. I can't think of the fucking dictionary word. They're shook, so they don't really think. But my man knew who he was.
Yeah.
He knew
From
who he
early.
was from early.
From
He was
early.
content with who he
That's
was.
why it goes back to what you were saying with the TV situation or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
Yeah, he
it's
was
whatever.
happy. He
It's
was
like
happy with
whatever,
who he was. You get
and
me?
that's what even the situation that happened when he come running home, why it probably was worse for him because he was cool where in his surroundings. It's just like, I can't do nothing about that though. That's like,
That's too fucked.
Yeah,
That's fucked.
yeah. These man, fuck these man.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. So if you've got that situation, I think it's easier to handle than someone who don't really know what's going on,
you
but
can
they
see
are
it
there,
all.
but you can see it.
Yeah.
That must be difficult.
Yeah.
Like when you say like, do this and then like,
because the realness is in this situation, all you had to do was be cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being me. Like, just be cool with
He
me.
was blessed.
Yeah,
Like, he didn't-
Like, you don't have to show me how to be me. I'm me.
exactly.
Just be cool with
That's
it.
what
Kind
I'm
of
saying.
vibe.
Even with
and it
like
made it easier.
the little head thing,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, yeah, man, remember that. And I think his behavior and how he was helped the situation. It eased it.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
It just felt like he was like this is who I am. Deal with it. Yeah. And let's move on.
Exactly.
But it's the reasons why we say as well, within the first 2-3 minutes, you know kind of where this film's kind of going, because you can't even see that in the first kind of 2-3 minutes. But I say that more because I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
But like, I got that in the first 2 minutes.
But you know, like again. You know, like
I ain't like this rope, boy.
Dude, but
like
you know,
to walk
like,
a tight rope, but
I feel like this is why there's some loggerheads when it comes to people who aren't like that and people who are like that, because there's some people who are like that who try and force it upon you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very onto you like this, that, and then if you don't agree with something, you're you get me?
And then
when you're like that,
What
can a man say? Like, you do your thing. If you want to do that, like, we're good, you get me?
And it's real. It's literally just goes back to just be you.
Like, don't worry about me. Like, as long as I'm
worrying about,
do you know what I'm saying? Do you? And that is, yo.
Especially that scene where they bought the thing.
Yeah, that was an interesting scene.
And he was walking out, and then that woman who seemed to have a chip on her shoulder for Palmer said what she said, and he was like, and he walked off.
Oh, that
and then he jumped back in, and he's like, and I was like,
she was a
that's
proper
who he
Karen.
Is.
Yeah.
But you know what? That bit was sick as well. When he walked out the shop and he's like, I'm doing a good job, right? He said, very good. Anyway, let's get to it. Is it a watch it, Josh? Sorry, Drizzy.
Yeah, 100%. Even though it was very telegraphed and you could kind of pinpoint what's going to happen in the end, but there's certain chinks in the road that made you go, oh. And then I was so happy for him at the end when he finally got that thing from the janitor. I was so happy for him, man.
Okay, I thought
it was about something else.
Yo, bruv. Like, it was just like, oh, guess what I've got for you? I was like, come on, man. That's not his life goal. But anyway, so watch it, 100%.
Yeah. This was a watch it. This was good. This was good. I didn't know what to expect from it, but it was a good watch, and it's true. There was no plot twist. Like, you're not gonna be surprised by anything. Like, watching the film, once you're in it, you're in it. But it's a good wholesome watch. It's a feel good film. I think one of the heartwarming moments was
there was a lot as
near the end. Running after that, I was like, oh yeah. That was like that usual shit where it's like, you know, when your biologicals ain't shit, and it's like you had that much more love for elsewhere.
Do you know why that moment? Do you know why that part hit so well?
Yeah,
because it went on for so long.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, please.
Yeah,
like,
I'm wrap it up,
bro. Come on, man, change the scene, bro. Please, bro. Like, you gonna scream again?
Yeah.
Oh man,
you keeping up with the whip?
Yeah. Come on,
man, allow it.
Oh, driver, put your foot down,
bro. If I was him, I'd be like, bro, like, come on.
You're kidding
me. It's killing me, man.
That was in cruise control.
Bro, oh my gosh.
Bro, even the. Oh no, go on. So you're gonna say?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say
it's a watch it.
It's definitely a watch it. I think, and you know what? Yeah, why it? I'm gonna link this back to the beginning of the show where we're talking about Netflix. Yeah, bro, I don't see films like this on Netflix regularly. I don't see films of this quality.
And they could.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. How many films have we watched on Apple? Yeah, how many things we watched on Apple? We've watched
Apple's hitting, man.
Coda.
We've watched Coda.
Which one?
Oscar. Yeah, we watched Tragedy of Macbeth, which we liked. Yeah.
Swan Song.
Yeah. We watched this now. Yeah. The only thing we haven't liked is Dr. Brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I say those 4 movies that we watched banged, like it weren't like they weren't like,
and at least I could say 2 out of the 4, which is Coda and this one, are simple storylines. There's nothing like no super special effects. There ain't no Justin Timberlake done well in this, but you could get an actor if you've got a lower budget to pull it off this sort of film. Like, there wasn't, like, it's not that deep. I don't think like they got. Like, I don't want to disrespect the writers and whatever, but it's something you could pull off. Yeah, it's a story. It's basic. You can pull this from someone's real life situation. So And
you say that, right? I was gonna say it earlier, but now you brought it back full circle. I think Apple TV on a whole is slept on. In the whole conversation of streaming services, I think Apple TV and it's still the cheapest one out of all of them.
You know what? You know,
I think it's slept on, bro.
You know what I got to say against that though? Is to say I've said this before though. It's not that I don't think Apple are promoting themselves well. I don't think they want to. Like Apple are still very in their community and they're surviving just off. Like if you're in a community which they have a large enough number of, like if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But they're not doing like they've got 1 or 2 posters about you might catch it on the side of the bus, but you're not really hearing the promo like you normally when like a certain film on other these platforms drop. Like when Amazon drop a big thing, you know about it. When they drop the Borat and the Coming to America, you know about all of that shit, bro. If Coda wasn't really up for Oscar and it got Oscar, but before, like you have to be known before you get the Oscar or whatever. You get me? So I'm saying they're doing. I think they're doing a purposefully job not to put out their content like that, and I don't know why. But I think it might be.
I think it's because they've got they're cooking, and then they're just gonna go to all the streaming services and just drop a bag of things,
bro. Apple are they're releasing quality. As well. That's what they're releasing.
Quantity.
This over quantity. Netflix, you can find like anything. Apple, they're releasing quality.
But let's be honest.
Quality movies.
Let's be honest. Some of the best content on Netflix is not even Netflix owned. Like, I'm excluding the Ozarks and the String thing. A lot of the stuff they had, which banged, the people that created them was like, we need that back because we've got our own streaming services now. You know, like every 10,000 movies they drop in a year, 5 of them are good.
To say that as well, though, like, and this is where probably Apple's quite smart, but we don't really know. Like, that could be the same flex with what Apple's doing, but they've just patterned up better. You hear me? They just patterned their coup better. Like, when Netflix are just putting anyone's content or whatever, you should have patterned a better deal so you can make some bread off the back end. I bet you Apple, some of these films might already be a film, and Apple's just tagging a name on, you hear me?
Yeah, but Apple dropping movies that you could go in the cinema and watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's no surprise that a lot of their stuff's getting Oscar buzz, and Tragedy of Macbeth, Denzel was up for that as best actor.
I think the last cinema watch, which it fairly is recent, but I couldn't think of something before then, is the Adam Project. Yeah. Like, I would have watched that in the cinema. I can see that dropping in the cinema.
But again, Netflix paid to have that. It's not like they thought of that idea and they executed it.
No, but I'm saying Apple could be doing
Apple,
that.
To be honest. Apple ain't thinking of that idea.
But it's just that Apple's patterning up.
Patterning up proper. It's like out of 10, Netflix are taking 10, and Apple are like, actually, I like yours, and your story, so we'll take yours and we'll leave those. But yeah, all right, cool. Come to the end of the show.
Yes, sir.
Episode 60. Thank you very much for
joining us. Man.
It was good. It was good. It was nice. Vibey. You know? Again, people, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Make sure you're catching everything. Man, we're getting busy on the Insta.
Yeah, Monday Lives.
Yeah, Monday Lives.
We back next week, baby.
Yeah, so we're doing, we own the city.
We own the city.
We own the city. That's the new one with John Berthnell.
You know it's only 6 episodes?
Yeah, it's a limited series.
Oh, I didn't know that, bro. I didn't know. I thought it was going to be the new thing. But anyway, we're going to be doing
John Berthnell and Jamie Hector. That's Marlo from The Wire, if you don't know about that. So we'll be talking about that. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. If you are going to watch It or Not, make sure you don't watch It or Not by itself, because watching Watch It or Not by itself is
boring.
Bro, that's an end thing, bro. Like, we can't be.
Bro, I'm saying that everybody make it good.
Sorry, to his credit, I'm like the puppy that's just been brought home. I'm back, happy to be here, so I was excited. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? So it's cool.
Don't let him fool you. Oh, no.
Yeah, so, you guys got anything else to say?
Nah, man. Just catch us where you can catch us. Be here regular, be consistent. Monday Live, subscribe. We got a few bits coming. It should be an interesting summer, so stick with us. And yeah, man, that's about it.
Drizzy?
So like, got
Yeah, just as these guys said, you know, this is not work. This is something that we're passionate about, and we're doing
Bro,
this.
you say that, blood.
So
Some of these films be work.
Yo,
blood.
Silent C. You think I was passionate
no,
about Silent C?
that's what I was gonna say.
I'm gonna drop down on his head if he didn't have a job.
We're like the street sweepers for some of these streaming services. We're actually telling you what to watch and what not to watch to save you your time.
That's what I'm saying.
So to show your appreciation, like, subscribe, share. If you're only following us on the IG, we put up a nice little quick snap clips from the full video that goes up on YouTube. So follow us on IG, and you know, if you got any suggestions, let us know in the comment section. And yeah, man, big up everyone that's following and does get involved in what we're doing on the social media platforms.
Big up all the supporters, man.
And yeah, man, Kevin Feige, you know, you got a little something dropping in less than a week's time. Like, hit us up. We'll be at the premiere. We can keep our mouth shut, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, holla.
Already.
I'm saying.
I don't know.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
All right, cool. I've been Daniel X Nero.
I go by the name of Zeus, aka Guyver.
I go by the name of Drizzy Freckles, aka I fully endorse consensual activities
And big up cameraman Alex.
each and every time.
That's another one.